How's it going, YouTube? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Alchemist Prime. And, yeah, this guy's a pretty cool little guy. He's got, these clip-on tires, which isn't great, but, his vehicle mode's really nice. I really like this, little Humvee Jeep esque thing, and I really think this would have been a really cool design for for Prime Bulkhead from Legacy if they had come out with this guy much sooner. However, this is when we get him. But he looks really good. He takes a lot of inspiration from a bunch of different media about this character. Anywhere from the G1 character, that we vaguely see in some of the comic stuff, to the most recent adaptation of him and McAdam on Cyberverse. So he looks great in this mode. The color of green that they've used, it looks really good. It is that swirly metallic plastic they've been using here lately. I've just been noticing it more with this wave, though. I want to say that the other primes, have... Yeah, the other primes are more pearlescent, from what I'm looking at, and I don't know why they've decided to switch to a swirly plastic with this wave. But that being said, he is also coated in paint. This whole section here that becomes the legs is painted because it's black plastic with paint over it. And then there's just, paint around this windshield section. He's got paint details every which way. Back's a little bit messy. You just see his fists and his heels hanging out back here, but other than that, he's a pretty well detailed vehicle. Accessory, he does come with the lenses. That's pretty cool. He's got some different symbols on these. He's got his own symbol on this lens here. Over here, we've got the Ancient Autobot logo, which you're not going to be able to see it very well, but let me see if we can get it in there. Yeah, it's there. There's also a symbol on the other side. It's like a little sunburst. And then over here you have the Unicron symbol. You can see that a little bit better. Unicron symbol, and then there's a partial sunburst in there that's very indicative to me of the Earth symbol from the Cyberplanet keys, the Earth Cyberplanet key. There's also a lot of molded detail on these. That's really nice, just mechanical molded detail throughout. So I really like these. And they said it's like a roleplay item, but it's, he can hold it as well. It's definitely it looks like a child could hold this in front of their eyes and look through it, but as an adult, obviously, I'm not going to be able to with how wide my eyes are. Anyway, so that's his accessory. That's the only accessory he comes with. Like I said, the wheels are clipped on, which I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they keep going back to clip-on wheels. It's been basically proven by science that the pinned-on wheels are so much better and so much more well received by the fans. So I don't know why they keep resorting back to clip-on wheels on some figures. But yeah, so there's his SUV mode, I guess. It looks really good. I like the colors. I like the color breakup with the black and the green, and then some pops of gold, and it's not even gold. It's it's an odd color. It's kind of like a metallic olive, and then silver. And this gunmetal here is this gunmetal gray color that's used for the wheels, is used for the joints and stuff. There's the bottom. You can see it's just his entire robot mode just laying down. His waist flipped around. Transforming him is fairly easy as well. So we go ahead and you want to crack open this back port here, and there's a small tab here at the back, a little small post, and you want to be careful of those because I've seen these type of posts break on a lot of figures. Let me see if we can get that. These little posts here. This guy's not very focus friendly. There he is. See it? It's very small. Very thin. Then you want to bend at this like knee and bring it down, and that will untab these little tabs carefully. And then we can bring out the fists and then split the arms out. And I'm going to take this and just fold this up flat against the hood, and there's some small little tabs that will tab into place. So it locks in. And straighten his legs out, bring out the feet, split his legs, and then you want to close these until they clip. And that clip is coming from, I don't even notice, there's a little post here, and this post plugs into the little friction hinge hole here on the arm. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that clip comes from this tab clipping in right here. And so you want to just bring this around. And then also there's a tab here that just clips around the back. So make sure that's clipped into place. And then these will hinge down at this joint here and then fold up. And then you can rotate the upper body. Bring his arms down. And what I think is pretty clever on this figure is his head hides away inside the body. So you open up his chest and then flip out his head. And there is this goofy looking lad. He's kind of goofy looking. He is. He got the big goggle look. He's got the mustache and the goatee. And he's really wide. And he's like squat. But you compare him to just a regular deluxe figure, you can see he's actually a little bit taller than Jazz, which is cool. You know, he looks short and he looks stubby, but he's actually, you know, regular deluxe size. And then he can hold these. You just want to like rotate his biceps and plug it into each of the fists like that. And so you can kind of look through the lenses to see like different realities and stuff. They can also split, and you can use them as like handheld weapons, or you can plug them onto his arms just for like storage. So there's a few different little options that you can do. Yeah, I just display him with him in the lens mode and him like looking into realities and stuff. So some size comparisons. We'll go ahead and bring in all the primes. So here we have our earliest prime offering. Here's Vector Prime. I haven't reviewed him yet, but here is Prima. These guys are getting caught on my window shade over here. Here we've already looked at her, but here's Solus Prime. And then here is Megatronus. And so there's all the primes out so far that I've gotten. I'm not getting Star Convoy or Star Optimus Prime, whatever. I think he's too big. He's way too big. He doesn't like fit in with these guys. I think anything bigger than Megatronus is just too big. I think Onyx is going to be about the same size as Megatronus. If he's a little bit bigger, I'm alright with that, but I think that's about pushing it with these guys. I think they should all be, you know, in this same size group here with a few outliers who are big. So what I'm using for my 13th Prime is going to be Earthrise Optimus Prime. So he's going to be used as my 13th. I know it's not, you know, a Cybertronian design, but I think he looks good with them. I think he looks like he fits in. So that's what I'm using for my 13th. And so go ahead and put these guys back over here. And I'll take a look at Prima in another video. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, taking a look at his articulation. His head's on a ball joint. He can look, you know, like that. It doesn't go all the way around because of all this in his neck, but he doesn't need to go all the way around. I think that's plenty. I think that's more than I can physically do as a human, so I think that's plenty. He does look up a fair bit, and then he looks down a lot. Yeah, and there's a hinge here that moves around, so like that's as far as the hinge goes back. So basically static where his head would normally sit, and then the ball joint gets you up to there, and then the hinge and ball joint together get you there. Swivels at the well, he's got universal shoulders, so it goes all the way around here, goes out to there. Bicep is on a swivel as well, and then a 90-degree elbow joint. Fist can move in and out due to transformation. Not that that's any useful articulation. These joints are tight. This guy has really tight joints. Waist swivel, and it's fully unhindered, so we can go with full 360. You can see, and it goes all the way it goes 180 for transformation. So, and then full split, Van Damme, and pretty much a full Monty, but his the leg kicking out back goes out to the side of it. So without it going out to the side, it goes that far. So it's close enough. The knees do like click into place. I don't usually like click them into place for a neutral stance. I think it gives him more of a squat look. Yeah, he has 90-degree bend at the knee. The thighs do swivel. And then he has an ankle rocker that goes that far. And no tilt. So, yeah, he's pretty well articulated for a deluxe. We'll go ahead and take a look at the usual comparisons. Here is Siege Megatron. Here is Legacy Bombshell, and here is SS-86 Optimus Prime. Do I recommend this figure? I do. I like this guy. I think he looks goofy. I think he has a really nice aesthetic to him. I think he looks really goofy and fun, and I just love him. He's not like the Theo Adams McAdam version, but he's got a charm to him where he's got the face is very reminiscent of the G1 Marvel comic books. His body type is based on McAdam from Cyberverse, which is in turn a blockhead body reuse from Prime, and then just a lot of the details here with the color. The color is very much that Covenant of Primus, aligned continuity color scheme. So he takes homage from so many different references, and even this is designed after the eyes of that design of Alchemist Prime. So just so many different cues from different iterations, and I just love it. This guy's so much fun. He looks a lot of fun. He poses nicely, and he's a goofy fellow, he's very charming. So I do recommend him. I really like him. I had canceled my pre-order of this figure, but I ended up finding him at a Meijer store in my town, so I ended up picking him up from there, and I do not regret picking this guy up. He's just it was at the end of a bad work day, so just opening him up and having fun with him was just what I needed to help me get through that. So yeah, so I do recommend him. I really like this figure. I really like his looks. I really like the design. I like what they've done here. And out of the two figures I picked up from Wave 2, he's definitely, I think, the better of the two. That being him and Vortex. And those are the only two I'm picking up from this wave. I don't have any interest in anything else. I'm really just in on this set series, Age of the Prime series, for the primes and the combiners. So yeah, I really like this guy. I recommend him. So this has been Weston's Toys and Collectibles. Sorry. I'd like to thank you for watching, and until next time, till all are one.